Hello, hello. I am in the process of finishing my drawings that I'm making for my fairy tale story. So the last one I'm working on right now is this is Saint Hildegard, and I still have to work on the eyes, and I had to do some, because it's for a book, I had to do some work here with the white acrylic paint on the sides, because here the paper is torn. There were several smudges from the ball pen, because I draw with ball pen, and this one ball pen was like really liquid material, and it smeared all over the place, and so I had to wipe that out. And so now the stuff I corrected, now I have to go over it again with ball pen and correct some of these things. Okay, and while I'm working, I thought I might be talking, because Paul is not here and I have nobody to talk to, and I thought I'll talk to Saint Hildegard and the camera and Kenny. So the camera is my intellectual friend. So and if anybody wants to talk to me on Hangout, just let me know and we can arrange something. I like to talk. This is what I like to do. I'm not looking for a boyfriend. I just want to meet people to be able to talk to and have some intelligent conversations. I'm craving that very much. And I met a couple of people on Facebook, but they got too many people already. They can't answer everybody. I wish some of these people that I met on Facebook, I wish they had talked to me. Some of the animal rights people. Yeah, that'd be nice. I don't work with pencils at all. I only work with ball pen when I do this thing called Schraffurtechnik in German. I don't know how this is called in English. It is very meticulous type of drawing, and I'm trying to get a contrast out and a perspective into it, a type of depth, a type of three-dimensionality with this thing called Schraffur. So anyway, this is, I work very long on one of those. I got the original image of Saint Hildegard on Google, and there were several images, so I took the one that seemed most authentic, an actual drawing that somebody had made of her in the year 1100, somewhere in the 1100. And it seems like back then, around 1100, people were not drawing yet like Michelangelo. They weren't even drawing like I was drawing. It was very simple, almost childlike, but very sweet, very enigmatic. Some were quite good, some artists, but most of them, it was very childlike and simplistic, and there was not too much depth in it. There was not too much three-dimensionality in it, in the drawings. It was kind of two-dimensional, actually. It was kind of flat. But it has its own charm, of course. The Middle Ages are the most charming of all times, even though it was hard. It was a harsh time. very harsh time. People were very ignorant about things. And then I hear people say today, oh, this is an ancient text that nobody can ever dispute that because it's an ancient text. You know, what I have to say to that is, if they just knew how naive people were in the past, very, very, very ignorant and very naive, and there was no science yet to that level. And anybody who would come up with some really scientific explanation, they would be risking their lives because they'd be going against the church. And so what I'm trying to do with my fairy tale book is, and that's the reason why I started this, is because I'm trying to get people to understand that that we have to question things. We cannot continue this what we're doing right now. I have no other way than to try to calm my mind down and to teach people about reality. Everything else I do, I can sign petitions, we can get better laws, but better laws alone, better laws is very important, but better laws alone isn't going to really get people to understand. So we need education. It is very, very important that people get educated. And I see by how few people give me a thumbs up on my videos, which of course is making me sad for several reasons. The main reason is that I see that people, they don't really know what to make out of it, what I'm saying or what I'm doing. This is Saint Hildegard. I don't know what this shows. And I'm working on her eyes right now because I am using this image for my fairy tale book. I made 4 drawings for my fairy tale book, fairy tale story, and the story isn't finished yet either. It is the raw plot is in place, but now I have to come up with some interesting turns in the story. Otherwise it will be too naive, I guess, too simplistic. So I wanted to make it more exciting and put something in that is more compelling, put some more wisdom in as well. But these drawings, they are quite compelling, and I wanted to make the story very compelling and very palpable and very real sounding, as if this is something that could have happened. So it's a fiction story, but it has several characters in it that have actually existed in the time between 1100 and 1200. Saint Hildegard is one of them. At that time she was a nun. She wasn't regarded as a saint, but she has already been very famous. She was famous over a very wide range, as wide as the mail would carry things through horses, so, and ships, of course. She was very known all over the entire landscape. Back then they didn't have distinct countries yet. It was Germanic speaking, many different Germanic speaking tribes, all the way to the south of France. They were speaking, and then when the Latin speaking people came from Rome and Greece, they brought Latin with them, and through the Latin, the people, it mixed in with the Germanic languages, and it became a language called Occitan, and it was used also by the troubadours and the Roman minnesingers, the French minnesingers. So while in the part that is Germany today, the Latin did not go that far inland, so they pretty much kept the old Germanic words